Alright, Year 9. Welcome to another WebEx lesson. So today our goal is that we can expand and simplify algebraic expressions with perfect squares. Okay, so here's our APK for today. Alright, so we've got in the picture there, as you can see, so um, a plus a, well, we all remember that is 2a. And if we have a times a, that's going to be a square. So what would be a plus b in brackets square? Okay, and in the picture there, it says a square plus b square, and the teacher's very mad for some reason. Okay, so what we'd like you to think about is, what is another way that we can write a plus b in brackets square? Okay, so have a think about it. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds, um, and then we'll move on with the lesson. Okay, so I've got one person putting in chat here, a plus b square. So a plus b, oh sorry, a plus and then b square. Another one is ab square. Okay. All right. Let's move on here. So we got some good suggestions there. All right, so this is a new lesson, so I need everyone to, if you got a workbook, then start a new page. If you are working on your laptop, then you can start either a new Word document or maybe get another page on your existing Word document. All right, so again, we are working at level 9, so applying distributive law to expand algebraic expressions, including binomials. Okay, um, so, so these are the notes that I would like you to write down for me later. I'm just going to go through these very quickly. Okay, so when you have, like, for example, there, brackets x minus 1 close brackets square, or 3 minus 2y in brackets square, they are all examples of what we call perfect square. Okay, so any brackets and then square, that's a perfect square. So what we can do is to expand them. So we can rewrite them as a multiplication of themselves. So if you remember, right? Um, if you remember, like x times x is x squared, okay? Um, or b times b is b squared, right? So we can rewrite this. So we have, say, let's say I've got a plus b in brackets square. Well, I can rewrite that as a plus b times another a plus b, all in brackets, right? Um, so that's just basically the same as what we've been learning before. And then if we've got a minus b in brackets square, we can rewrite that as a minus b multiplied by another a minus b. Okay. All right. So I hope that makes sense for everyone. Now, what I need you to write. So um, the first one is just an example. So I don't think we need to write that. So let's start from this point forward. Okay. So rewrite them as a multiplication with themselves. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So now just a visual. representation of what we're doing, right? So when we multiply these, um, it's kind of like calculating the area of a square, right? So we have x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1, okay? This will give you x plus 1 square. And you can see here that, yeah, it makes a square, okay? Hence the name perfect square. All right, so what we can do is we can work out the area of each of the smaller shapes here, okay? So we've got first one, we've got x times x, that's x squared. Then you got x times 1, that's give you 1x. Then 1 times x, that's another 1x. And then 1 times 1, that gives you 1. Hey, that's we've been doing so far, right? Um, so let's move on to some example here. So the first one here, we got x minus 2 in bracket square. Okay, and first, let's just rewrite this as x minus 2 times another x minus 2. Okay, so the first pair brackets, put it up here. So x minus 2, and then down the column here, we go x minus 2 as well. Okay, and then we just multiply them just like the expanding uh, of double brackets. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is, well, negative, and negative gives you a positive, and 2 times 2 is 4, so we have plus 4 here. And then we're just going to combine the like terms, the negative 2x and the negative 2x here. Combining them would give us a negative 4x. And so our final answer, just putting everything together, we got x squared minus 4x and then plus 4. Okay, and next we have 2x plus 3 brackets squared. And we've got, so first rewrite it as 2x plus 3 multiplied by another 2x plus 3. Okay, so we got 2x plus 3 at the top and then 2x plus 3 down the side. So 2x times 2x, okay? Now remember we multiply the numbers together and the letters together. So 2 times 2, that's going to give you 4. And x times x, that's x squared. Next we got 2x times plus 3, so positive and a positive is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6, so we got plus 6x. Then here we've got plus 3 times 2x, and we get another plus 6x. And then plus 3 times plus 3 is plus 9, right? And so what we see, so what we get next is we combine the plus 6x and the plus 6x. That's going to give us plus 12x altogether. And then putting everything together, we got 4x squared plus 12x minus 9. Now maybe some of you have noticed that these two boxes are the same. Ah, they're all negative 2x. So once you've done one of them, you get the other one already. And maybe some of you also noticed that, well, what we can do is we just double them, right? You just have to double, because negative 4 is double of negative 2. And then plus 12 is double of plus 6, right? So hopefully maybe you can use that in your work. Okay, I just want to point it out for you guys. Now there is like sort of like a rule that can allow you to go straight from this here to this here. Okay, and in the textbook, if you look at the Year 9 textbook for exercise 8A, it does go through that rule. And absolutely, you can use that rule. Okay, I'm not going to go through it here. actually want to explain to you how to work it out, okay, instead of using a arbitrary rule that doesn't make any sense, okay. And hopefully maybe once you have used this tool here, okay, doing this by um, go, going through this step by step, you would understand why you get that rule, okay, and hopefully that would help you with that. Now moving on, let's try some of these ourselves. So x minus 3, okay, so if we just rewrite that as x minus 3 times another x minus 3, so x minus 3 at the top and x minus 3 down the side. So x times x is x squared, okay, x times minus 3 is minus 3x. Same with this one, right? And then minus 3 times minus 3, a negative and a negative, that would make a positive. And then 3 times 3 is 9. What else there? Right, so we are just going to combine the negative 3x and the negative 3x. That's going to give you negative 6x. And if you want to check that you've done the right thing, well, that has to be double of that. So negative 6 is double of negative 3. So awesome. We've done that right there. So our answer, combining everything together, that's give you x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay? And then for our second example here, we've got 3x plus 4, and then 3x plus 4 again. Okay? Now, once you are quite familiar with what to do here, you can skip the step where we rewrite the square as a multiplication with itself, and go straight to this table here. Okay, because basically that's what we're doing. We're multiplying the 3x plus 4 by itself. Okay, so right now the reason why I'm writing it out here is just to show you what is the reason why we're doing this. Okay, what's the reasoning behind it? So here we multiply 3x and 3x. Okay, numbers with numbers, 3 times 3 is 9. Letters with letters, x times x is x squared. Then we got 3x times plus 4. That's a positive and a positive, so we have positive. 3 times 4 is 12, so we got 12 plus 12x. And this is going to be the same, plus 12x here. Okay? Plus 4 times plus 4, that's going to give us plus 16. And then we combined the plus 12x and the plus 12x. That's going to give you 24x, right? Plus 24x. Okay? Again, if you want to check, 24 is double of the 12. Okay? And then we just write the answer. So it's going to be 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Now later on, when you're familiar with this, perhaps you can skip this step right here, the second last step, when you add the like terms. What you can do is you go, okay, 9x squared, and then I know that I have to double the 12x, so double that's going to be plus 24x. You just write it right there, and then plus the 16, okay? So, but that is for when you are familiar with this. So at the start, okay, I would like you to try and do it step by step so that you are confident with what you're doing, okay? And then once you feel confident with it, then you can skip a few steps, like I showed you before. So the questions that I would like you to do, okay, so question 2, A, C, E, G, I, K. That's then question 3, so just these one here on the left-hand side, A, D, G, J, M, P, S. then question 4 ACGI. Okay, so I hope that these would give you some good practice with this skill. And then if you are up for it, then here are some extension questions. Okay, question 8 there and question 9. So as you can see, they are worded questions. All right. So have a go at them if you feel confident. Okay, once you've done 2, 3, and 4. All right. So hopefully you feel a bit more confidence in the lesson here. And like just a reminder, we are working at level 9 here, so that's what um, that's and if you're doing this, you should be feeling quite good about yourself. All right. So thank you guys for coming to the WebEx here. If you have any questions, you can email me or you can stay here and we can have a chat. All right.